Hi everybody. In this lesson here, I'm just going to quickly go over the different tools and different courses you should have done and know about before starting this course. First, I'll say that if any of the tools that I mentioned to use during this lesson seem unfamiliar or strange or foreign to you, I would highly recommend that you go and finish a basic Photoshop course available here before starting this retouching course. I will of course explain how to use the different tools throughout the video, throughout the different lessons, but I will not explain their basic use. I will explain how I'm supposed and how you are supposed to use them in context to what we're doing, but not how they work in a very basic sense. So if any of these are completely new to you, I really recommend that you go and check out a basic Photoshop course first. Second, I also recommend that you have a look at or already have knowledge equivalent to the more basic Photoshop photo retouching course already available here before starting this retouching course that you're looking at now. The reason for that is, while I will of course explain how things work, I won't explain some techniques in quite as deep detail as I did in the more basic course. And if you don't already know how, some basic things work, that might be a little bit confusing. That said, let's have a look at the basic tools that we're going to be using. Obviously, we're going to be using selections, so various selection tools, quick selection tools, the patch tool and spot healing brush tool. We're going to use the brush tool, clone stamp tool, going to use the dodge tool and burn tool. We are going to be using mask edge. We are going to be using mask, a lot of masks. Going to be using a lot of adjustment layers and obviously layers in general. We are also going to be using a couple of filters, particularly blurring and high pass filters. We're going to be using various selection tools for color range, and that's the basic tools that we're basically going to manage everything with. Especially if you don't know how masking works, I really recommend you check out that before starting this course. With that said, I will of course explain things as we go through it, but you should have a basic knowledge of how Photoshop works. Otherwise, this might not be the best for you and you might find it a little bit too confusing. But if you have not been confused or dazzled or anything by any of the tools or methods that I've mentioned so far, then all is good, and I will see you in the next lesson so we can get started. Thank you.